want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Why? How much can you know about yourself? You've never been in a fight.
Wait, let me start earlier.
The worlds that exist inside of movies can be amazing. At times, their stories can tie into other well-known properties, and at others, there may be interesting little theories and twists that we may never have noticed the first time around. Here are 5 movie conspiracy theories you may not know about, but which add an interesting layer of depth to our favorite films. Fight Club, Calvin and Hobbes. Fight Club, based on Chuck Palahniuk's iconic novel of the same name, caused a stir with its themes of violence and machismo. However, theories regarding the narrator and his split personality Tyler Durden pointed in a peculiar direction. Bill Watterson's Calvin and Hobbes. It's theorized that the narrator in Fight Club is actually Calvin, who has grown up and suppressed his inner imagination, which emerges later on in the form of Tyler or Hobbes. Tyler, being similar in sound to Tiger, makes this theory very convenient, and with the narrator manifesting this image of himself to be everything he's not and the one friend that truly understands him, it's not too hard to envision Fight Club as Calvin and Hobbes 20 years later. Star Wars: The Empire vs. Yuuzhan Vong. Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars is easily one of the most iconic movie villains of all time. However, his ascension to the role of Emperor, the formation of the Galactic Empire, and the commission of the Death Star and other superweapons is more than just an effort to overcome the rebels. Rather, Palpatine built up this awesome military force to fight the Yuuzhan Vong, a species that exists outside the galaxy and the influence of the Force. The fall of the Empire and the formation of the New Republic, seen in The Force Awakens, further lend credence to Palpatine arming the galaxy to fight the Yuuzhan Vong when the latter arrives and wages war against the New Republic. One has to wonder how the battle, which almost destroyed the New Republic, would have gone if Palpatine had not been overthrown. Inception: Cobb's reincarnation. This is more of a fun theory than anything else, but in the beginning of Inception, when Leonardo DiCaprio's character Cobb awakens on the shore and remembers his mission to save Saito, it's actually not his first awakening. It's theorized that Cobb is waking up in a number of different realities, forgetting his purpose and leading out different lives in the process. These different lives are covered in movies like The Departed, Shutter Island, The Great Gatsby, Blood Diamond, Romeo and Juliet, and Django Unchained, where DiCaprio's character meets a violent end each time.
Adult supervision is required.
However, it's actually Cobb just waking up somewhere else, trying to fulfill his mission before ultimately ending up on that beach once more. Good Will Hunting, The Bourne series, and The Town. Good Will Hunting, starring Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, actually serves as a neat little prequel to the Bourne series and The Town. In the movie, a brilliant mathematician named Will Hunting leaves his town to ultimately pursue his romantic interest. However, somewhere along the way, Will becomes Jason Bourne, undergoing experimentation and becoming the super spy we all know. Meanwhile, Chucky Sullivan remains and pursues a life of crime, fulfilling the prophecy that he wanted his friend Will to avoid. This is depicted in The Town, which ends in Affleck's death. Though there are plenty of ways to disprove the theory of Good Will Hunting as a prequel to these two films, it's still nice to think of a time when both men were simply innocent teenagers.
But I mean, if you have a problem like that, I mean, we could just step outside, we could figure it out.
Oh man, there's no problem. It's cool.
It's cool?
Yeah.
Cool.
Fucking damn right it's cool. How you like me now?
The Rock. Sean Connery is 007. Remember The Rock, starring Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery? In a way, it was almost the perfect action movie, with Michael Bay directing, Jerry Bruckheimer as the associate producer, and an irreverent plot taken way too seriously. In the film, Sean Connery plays John Mason, a British spy who's been caught and held prisoner well into his old age. The theory is that Mason is actually James Bond, and this actually fits into the belief that Bond is a code name and not an actual person. This would also explain the line about Mason not existing in either the United States or his home country, because in reality, James Bond doesn't really exist either. Are there any other interesting movie conspiracy theories that many may not know about? Let us know yours in the comments below, and we'll catch you next time.